a chance to ask you on this case, on this trial, what do you think about the presentation of evidence and the likelihood that Ghislaine Maxwell might be convicted?
It seems much stronger in this case because you have four individuals who testified in what sounds to be a very compelling manner, of sexual conduct towards them by Maxwell and Epstein while they were minors. And there's no dispute that they were in those places. There's no dispute that Maxwell, of course, is the longtime companion of Epstein, and the fact that she's bringing these underage women to Epstein's home and basically is the lady of the house while all these goings-on are occurring. Jury's asking for transcripts of the three of the individuals who testified. They probably want to make sure they're getting all the charges right. And I would predict that in this case, there's a much more stronger view towards a conviction that will result after the jury decides.
Do you think it was the right decision that Ghislaine Maxwell did not testify in her own behalf in this case?
Well, it would seem like her in this case, because there's such a wide variety of circumstances of abuse, that her testifying would just have opened her up to cross-examination on all the different incidents. And either she would have had to deny outright being there, so you have this conflict in the evidence that why is it going to be resolved in favor of her credibly, or she's going to have somehow explained, oh, I was there participating in sexual activities with someone I knew to be a minor, but I didn't think it was a crime. I mean, there just seems to be no good defense on her part. The defense is, hey, it's been a long time since this has happened. These women have other motives, and they didn't start going after Maxwell until Epstein was deceased. So there's a different motive for prosecution that doesn't relate to her innocence or guilt. Probably a good decision for her not to testify, no matter what the result here.
And there's really no way to know whether or not she would be charged without Epstein having it now being deceased. I mean, we just don't know what they would or wouldn't have done. But certainly, I think that defense is the one that they felt like they had to mount to try to have one in order to present a defense of some type in this case. So again, once there's a verdict announced in that case, we'll bring it to you here on Court TV. As always, James DeSimone, thank you so much for joining us here on Court TV Live. Always a pleasure to have you. This is it for